Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final episode of September month, right here on Reaction and Review UK. Now, so far we've hung out with the Goonies, went looking for the Holy Grail, we went back to the future, we caught some ghosts, we rode the blazing saddles, we did some sleuthing, and we lit our darkest hour. So, how are we going to put an end to September month? Now, many have considered this movie to be the worst movie of all time, and some of us said that it's so bad, it's good. A disaster piece or a comedy classic? You tell me. I am, of course, talking about Ed Wood's 1959 movie, Plan 9 from Outer Space. Yes, we're going here, people. I have seen this movie before, bits and pieces of it for a college project, and I could not keep a straight face watching it. So let's see if I can at least attempt to see this movie now. Not sure to give it a nostalgia test, considering this is the oldest movie in the lineup so far, but who knows. With that in mind, everybody, grab something to drink. It's time to kick back, get into the patrol car, and let's watch Plan 9 from Outer Space.
We are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives.
I'm barely 20 seconds in, and already I'm grinning.
Such as these.
I like it how, where they're standing, it's broad daylight, yet over there it's nighttime.
Flashlight from the patrol car.
Be careful, please.
I'm a big boy now, Johnny.
Patrol car. I know I shouldn't laugh, but fucking hell, this is bad.
You know, it's an interesting thing when you consider the Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot, the dead. Well, our ship should be regenerated. We better get started.
What was the point of that? I know this is an old movie, and I know I should be so judgmental about it, but fucking hell, this dialogue sucks.
Hello.
Well, I have to have something to keep me company while you're away. Sometimes in the night,
Yeah, that's right. Run out of your house and straight into a cemetery. That is a great idea.
How can any race be so stupid?
I could give that an answer, but we haven't got all the time for that today, to be honest. Wow. Barely 18 minutes to go. We're nearly there, people. So, that was Plan 9 from Outer Space. Let's put a stop to that. Alrighty, it's going to be a very short little recap here. Okay, let's get down to the pros. There's only one pro this movie really has, and it's so bad, it's good. Now, I understand this is a movie from 1959. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit dated, and some of the references or, cinematography is going to look bad, so you can't really knock it for that. But the problem with it is, the way this movie is played out, it is just awful. Almost like, for a comparison, you know like how House of the Dead is so fucking awful in terms of its dialogue? It's kind of on a similar vein, but Plan 9 just makes a little bit more sense. I mean, the sentences kind of work better than just things like, I've been waiting for you, friends. So yeah, it's just the goofy dialogue and everything. It's just so fucking hilarious to watch. And there's even compilation videos on YouTube highlighting some of the best of the worst parts of this movie. But that's enough of the pros. The only pro I could find is, so bad it's good. Now, in that regard, let's get on to the cons. Just trying to describe this movie's dialogue is actually a challenge, I have to admit. It is attempt number 3 anyway. It's one of those movies where you can't keep up with it. It's just, it will say things and do things, and you're like, what? I don't know. You have to see it for yourself, basically. Now, there is some inconsistency in the sky. There'll be some scenes, for example, where the one dead who keeps, doing all this with his cape like he's Count Dracula, and when you see him, the sky is clearly black. It's clearly night when you see him. Yeah, then it cuts to, I forget her name, but the lead female, when she's running away through the graveyard, there we go. And some parts it's, daylight. And then suddenly it switches back and forth. And when she gets rescued by this passerby, it's clearly daytime. Then it cuts back to the guy and it's nighttime. It's just so many inconsistencies. Speaking with the dead, there's a couple of inconsistencies with them, because the movie pretty much implies they're zombies. They never flat out say the word zombie, but they just say the dead. Yet the problem with it is, Inspector Clay, yeah, he looks like a pretty good zombie. I mean, just, he has the weird eyes, that far away look in his face. It looks fantastic. Yet the other two are played more like vampires, and that's kind of a different thing to zombie. I mean, yes, they're both undead, so to speak, but it's more complicated. It's complex and stuff, so a bit inconsistent. I know I've already highlighted this, but I'm just going to add to the incredibly bad dialogue. The confusing conversations about nothing. There are some moments where some of the characters are talking, and half the things they say make no fucking sense at all. Another problem I had with the movie was some of the scenes really tend to drag. Like, it just goes on for too long for no apparent reason. I mean, it could have done with some trimming or shortening it. And finally, Vampira was kind of useless. I mean, that was the actress who played the female dead, as it were. She kind of just spent half the movie just wandering around doing nothing. I mean, Count Dracula was doing all this, and Inspector Clay actually had a use, but she just kept wandering around doing nothing. I mean, yeah, she killed Clay, but that's it. Kind of a waste of talent, really, from what I understand about Vampira, but again, I need to research that a bit more. So, to sum this up with the complaints, the incredibly bad dialogue, inconsistencies in the sky, sometimes it's dark, then it's light, vice versa. Inconsistency in the dead, they're meant to be zombies, yet two of them look and dress like vampires. Confusing conversations about nothing. Some scenes tend to drag, and Vampira was kind of useless. So, overall, is this a good... I couldn't even finish that. I mean, yeah, it's a bad movie, but it's one of those movies that you need to see this, because I don't think I've ever laughed this hard at a movie that was trying to be serious, But maybe I'm not qualified to talk about Plan 9 from Outer Space. I mean, hang on, let me just go get a second opinion from somebody. Hang on, I'll be right back. Alright, my lovers, Richard Baker here. I done watch Gert movie about zombie folk and stuff, and it was called, it says here, Plan 9 from Outer Space. I've been to Outer Space, my lovers. That's where I got my new it's fucking Gert Lush, it was. So I watched movie about dead and aliens, them folks from upstairs, or... I really like Gert movie, my lovers. It's just, I want to make movies like this when I get older, so I do. It's going to be movies about lizards on roller skates who fight guinea pigs to have sex with gerbils. I'm going to call it Twilight 7. It's going to be fantastic, my lovers. But you really need to see this Gert movie, my lovers. It's absolutely weird, and it's in a good way. All aspiring young directors need to go see this movie. I should know I'm still working on my Sonic movie. Oh, by the way, I've cast Danny DeVito as Amy Rose. It's going to be fantastic, my lovers. Anyway, I got some special draw. Speak you guys later. So yeah, you really need to check out Plan 9 from Outer Space, which in its own way beautifully segues into what we're doing next month, and you've seen the preview video already, so you know what it is. You can find Plan 9 from Outer Space very cheap as chips on any good DVD websites like Amazon and Play.com. I think it's available on Netflix. I saw this on YouTube. You can easily find it amongst yourselves, public domain and whatnot. But yeah, this is going to bring an end to September month, ladies and gentlemen. Just like we did with Video Game Month, put your movies in, first being good, last place being worst. I'll provide my own list at the end. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I have been Random, take care, and I'll see you all in the near future. Peace.
The ever beautiful flowers she had planted with her own hands.
Obviously. She didn't plant with her feet.